Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation, and the topic that we're going to discuss today is a tricky one in this world. And the question is friendship with another woman cheating? Hi, because it's the holiday season, at the Marriage Foundation, we're offering a very special promotion where you can get the online course for women, or if you're a man, for men, at a highly discounted rate. And frankly, it's never been offered this inexpensively before, and it never will be again. So take advantage of that. Follow the link below. Hi, welcome back. Again, I'm Paul Friedman, and the topic is friendship with another woman cheating? Well, cheating is a very strong term, so we have to use it with more precision than just this blanket response. Because in our world, it's not always clear cut. We're not taught in our world to have separation between men and women. Men and women interact all the time, all day, in business, at schools, everywhere. It's common for when a man meets a woman in a very formal situation, she'll put out her hand to connect with him as if she were just another human being. Now, here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is it's dangerous. Why is it dangerous? It's dangerous because men especially are very susceptible to temptation. And in order to understand this, we have to take a look at a man biologically. And we have to look at women biologically too, because it's not always the man's fault, you might say. So biologically, and I don't like it when people say human beings are just advanced animals. We're not. We're very special creation. But the truth is, our bodies, our biological bodies, are very similar to animal bodies in that we're driven by the innate drive to survive. It's innate. It's literally in every single living cell, this drive to survive. What does that have to do, you might ask me? And here's the answer. The answer is that drive to survive, which is self-preservation. And we learned about this in middle school, but not well enough. It includes a number of things. It includes the need for air. If someone tries to stop us from breathing, we're going to go crazy. We need water. We need food. We need shelter. A psychologist some time ago put together the hierarchy of needs. He didn't list all of them, and he didn't list them properly, but there is a hierarchy of needs. So the physical body, we have those needs. But that's not the end of it. Because part of survival, which is what we're talking about, is the drive to procreate, to make more of us. Why? Because as any individual, we do better, more safely in a group. And so what we are compelled to do is produce children. And what does that mean? Biologically, put aside falling in love and all the correct stuff and all the right stuff, because we are human beings, we're much higher than animals. There's still that drive. A woman has that drive, and it manifests in ways where her drive is aimed at connecting with a man who, yes, can impregnate her, but then to be there to defend her and her children. I'm being very clinical here. And that's a truth. Because if the man disappears after he impregnates her, she still has to take care of that child. From the moment she conceives until that child is 18, or in some cases 25 or 30, she's compelled to take care of that child. And so what she does, without even thinking about it, what you do without even thinking about it, is you set up your man to be locked into you. Now, a man's drive is very different, biologically speaking. Biologically speaking. So please don't say, oh, you are a chauvinist. I am not. This is biology. A man is driven to procreate with anyone, anytime, as often as he can. Now, obviously, because we are civilized and we have learned to live in a social environment properly, we have set up rules around this, and men aren't supposed to do that. Now, even when I was growing up, I'm probably a good deal older than you, there was a term that was widely accepted by both men and women, and that was that men would sow their wild oats. Women weren't allowed to sow their wild oats. And frankly, women didn't have wild oats because, again, a woman is driven to have a child, have children, protect them, nurture them, and provide love into that family, that nurturing love. While a man, in a more mature sense, is biologically created with the sophistication of civilization to protect one wife, take care of her, take care of now his children too, and make sure that everyone is safe and sound, living in a happy, healthy, holy, and prosperous family. Okay? So what happens in our society here, that's been so watered down. Completely watered down. It happened during the feminine revolution in the 50s and 60s and like that, where some crazy women said, hey, we're just like men. We have all the rights. And they got the birth control pills. And they started having sex just like men indiscriminately. Messed everything up. One of the worst things that could have happened to our society. And the pendulum is swinging back a little bit where people are being more rational about this. And we don't have as much, I hope, promiscuity as we used to have. But it's been opened. The door has been opened. And it's similar to what happened in the Garden of Eden, where God said, don't give in to the temptation. And we as a society have. And in a civilized format, you might say, men and women interact casually, professionally, on all kinds of levels. But we have to be careful, because a man should not befriend another woman other than his wife. He's walking on thin ice. He may say, no, I'm not. She's not even my type. But because of that hidden drive, she could be his type. And so he needs to be very careful. If you're the guy listening to this, you need to be very careful. And you need to be very loyal. And I'm not trying to equate this with loyalty, because I'm sure you're loyal anyway. I'm trying to alert you to the fact that this can hit you from left field. You may not see it coming. And so I say to you, the wives, be aware. He may not see it coming. So what do you do about all this? I think I've laid it out pretty well to where you understand the dynamics and why it's dangerous. If you're the wife, what you do about it is you don't seduce your husband physically. It's the wrong way to go. The right way to go is to fill your family with what you can fill it with without any real effort. Love. Real love. Don't try to manipulate your husband. Don't badger him. Don't yell at him or chastise him if he looks at another woman. That's his instinct driving him. But overbalance the equation for him to where he doesn't want to be with another woman. He loves you. And that love is building constantly when you know how to build it. And that's the solution that is correct, you might say. Because instead of fighting something you're not going to win if you fight it, you know, there's an old expression, never dance with the devil. You cannot fight the devil. He is much more clever. But what you can do is rise above his temptations. And how do you rise above temptation? Love. So I urge you to not be mean about it towards him, not lecture him, but love him. Love him like you promised when you got married, with all your heart, all your mind, and all your energy, so he knows that his table is set. And bear in mind, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, men are dumb and simple. So if you're just pouring the love out to him, he has no choice but to be drawn to you more and more deeply every day. All right. Read one of my books, either Lessons for a Happy Marriage or Breaking the Cycle. You'll learn so much. Or if your marriage is in trouble, then definitely sign up for the online course. Whether you're a man or a woman, we have 2 different ones, and it will help you tremendously. Share the video, like the video, leave a comment, go to our website, and if you have a question, ask a counselor. We're here for you. I'm so glad you stopped by. God bless you, and take care.